gentlemen, today as we rediscover the beauty of ukiyo-e, we have also invited one of our very own ukiyo-e artists who has used this traditional style of painting and made it his own by Filipinizing it, pretty much, by creating artwork that depict the modern life of Filipinos today. Marius A. Futilar, also known as Marius Black, is a 33-year-old Filipino artist who studied in the University of Santo Tomas, taking up fine arts, major in painting, and graduated cum laude in 2007. He has since exhibited both group and solo shows in numerous galleries such as the Ayala Museum, Vinyl on Vinyl, Canto Artists Run Space, Metro Gallery, the NCAA Gallery, and many others. He's a traditional painter and the founder of Kurosaku, a tandem art group with his wife, Wada. They write, they draw, and self-publish their own independent comic books, manga, art books, poetry, and short novels. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome Marius Futilar, better known as Marius Black. Hey Marius. Nice to meet you. Good to see you again. I see we're twinning today.
Yes.
Almost head to toe, minus the shoes, right?
Yeah.
We got the pants, we got the same shirt, and even our glasses, right?
Yeah.
So I think I can be an artist too, just like you. Alright. Now, we have Marius here who's going to give us better insights about ukiyo-e and hopefully teach us how to recreate it for ourselves too. Let's give a big applause for Marius Black, ladies and gentlemen. It's all yours, buddy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marius. So, before I start, I would like to show you some of my works. So this is one of my work. It's called A Garden of Strangers. I made this one with mixed media of paper. Next, please. So this next one is made in oil paint. So I made this back in, I think, 2011. This one is called Nothing is Sacred. I think I made this one in 2017. So it's also made in mixed media of paper. So why do you think that they invited me here to make a talk here? So next please. So I'm here to talk about what makes ukiyo-e timeless, or what makes ukiyo-e art timeless. So next. But first, what is ukiyo-e? Well, ukiyo-e means the floating world, which was an expression of common townspeople who lived in the 1700s, the Edo period of Japan, and e means picture in Japanese. So ukiyo-e means basically pictures of the floating world. So next please. So what do they mean by floating world? Pero I guess it's better expressed or explained by the Japanese writer and Buddhist priest, Asai Ryoi. So to quote him, he said, "Living only for the moment, savoring the moon, the snow, the cherry blossoms, and the maple leaves, singing songs, drinking sake, and diverting oneself just in floating, unconcerned by the prospect of imminent poverty, buoyant and carefree, like a gourd carried along with the river current." This is what we call ukiyo-e. So basically, what I understand about what he said is because he says that it's anything that we see in our daily life. It's because anything has beauty, or anything that's simple, we can find beauty in it. So that's what I understand about what he said. So next please. So, well, the beauty that we see every day, it's so simple that the ukiyo-e process is far from. So it's very difficult to produce one ukiyo-e per day. So next please. So the first thing that happens in an ukiyo-e process is, first, the artist paints an artwork. So as we see here, they just depicted people going on the bridge. Hindi sila yung sobrang special, but it's something that you can see every day. So next please. After an artist paints an artwork, the second step is the carver carves the artwork. on woodblock prints. So back then, they didn't have, wala pang mga makina noon para makapag-produce ng mga artworks in mass, or hindi nila mass producing kasi wala pang machines noon. So what they did then is manually carve every image on wood blocks. So the ones we see here, you have 6 wood blocks here. So that basically means it has 6 colors. So do you understand the process of that? Every color in that image we seen previously has 6 colors. So every wood block contains one color. So for that 6 wood blocks, it contains one image. I think it took this man, the carver, 2 months to be able to complete this process. Next, please. And the final step is actually the print maker prints. So what they do is they put down the wood block, put some paint in it, and then put down the paper, the washing paper, on the wood blocks, and then they apply pressure on them. So after one image is applied pressure, they have to wait for it to dry, and after it dries, they can then put the second color, the third color, and so on and so forth. So it really is a meticulous process to make with each wood block, with each artwork in wood block print. Next. So the purpose of this, again, like I said, is to mass produce in art. So back then they wanted not just one copy of a painting or an artwork, they wanted to make a lot of copies of the artwork as well, because technically, if it's beautiful, a lot of people want to have it, right? So next, please. So what makes ukiyo art so timeless? Next. So for me, it's because ukiyo art is timeless because it tells a story. What I said here, they are paintings that simply tells the truth. So what that means for me, for example, this one, there's a merchant or may nagbibenta ng papel, tapos nilipad yung paper niya sa wind, tapos a lot of people are hinuhuli nila yung papel sa lakas ng ihip ng hangin. So sobrang, when you look at it, it's so simple that it's everyday life that the artist took inspiration from it, and then that's what he painted. It's just telling the truth. So next, please. So the other thing that makes the ukiyo-e art timeless is it's because they also have beauty in them. So they paint nature, the trees, and animals, and also people. They also paint simple people like you and me. And in that, I think they also appreciate everyone that's around them, and so they also find beauty sa kapwa natin. So that's what I think makes it beautiful. Not only the colors, but also the composition and also the art style. Next. So if you don't know the ukiyo-e art style or how it's made, when you look at it in a painting or in a gallery, parang wala lang, parang hindi mo alam, parang ano to, picture ng painting ng Japanese. But what I discovered is if you paint or if you know the process, you'd be able to appreciate those artworks more. So the artworks that we see here in our shirts, in our in the new ukiyo-e line of Uniqlo shirts, they're all inspired by the ukiyo-e artworks. And when you see them, you take a moment to really appreciate each and every one of them, because ang tagal pala ginawa nitong isang piece na to. It took more than 2 months or 3 months depending on the art style. So it took discipline and also meticulousness to make them. So what I say here is, even if it's 100 years or more old, the artwork, you still appreciate it today, because when you see it, you still feel emotion, like even sadness, even happiness, even depression sometimes, and awe, because it's actually something that is made with heart, art with heart, and also it's something that is made really, really well, with discipline, like I said, and it's masterfully done. So even if it's exhibited 100 years ago, we're still able to appreciate them. So I think, and I believe that art, great art, is what makes it timeless. So if you're able to make something, if you're able, as artists, when we see artwork that's really, really great, or it was pinaghirapan siyang gawin, parang meron siyang puso, meron siyang storya, it has stories, it tells the truth, for us, it's great art. And when you make a great artwork, it can survive, or it can be appreciated even thousands or hundreds or even thousands of years, just like the ukiyo-e. So how can we appreciate these ukiyo-e artworks from before today? Well, like I said, it was mass-produced. The artworks were mass-produced not just because they want to gain profit, but because art back then is really expensive if you only have one copy. And only a few people can appreciate and buy them in their house. Only a few people can put it in their house. And that's why they came up, the artisans then came up with a way to make artworks more accessible to everyone. So it's basically mass-produced art. It's cheaper, so that everyone can be able to have them in their houses, or able to own them, or give them as gifts and appreciate them. So then, like I said, they were considered as cheap and mass-produced art. Now, we actually appreciate them in galleries. So it's called ukiyo-e art, mass-produced then, but now it's fine art already and seen in galleries in Japan. So, well, we can't really go in Japan to appreciate all of the ukiyo-e art. But luckily, Uniqlo and the Museum of Fine Arts Boston were able to make a collaboration to be able to give us these shirts to appreciate the works of the masters. So like in the ukiyo-e process, it's a collaborative work with the painter and the partner and also the skilled hands of a printmaker. That's what Uniqlo has given us with these shirts. The Uniqlo Edo Ukiyo-E line features 5 masters. So, Tōshūsai Sharaku, Utagawa Kunimasa, Utagawa Kunisada, Utagawa Hiroshige, but they're not related. We looked it up. Katsushika Hokusai, my favorite. And yeah, this also has other things. So what makes Uniqlo Edo Ukiyo-E line unique? Well, I think it's because the artworks that are in the shirts were uniquely composed. For us artists, it's something that we can give pride on. And we, for example, this one, the negative space was actually utilized, and it's just on the side. So it's something that thought about or pinag-isipan ng artist kung paano siyang magandang ma-represent dun sa shirt. So it's also, next please. It's also giving the artworks or the masters honor. Hindi na bastos yung mga masters kasi maganda yung pagkalagay nila sa shirts. So yeah, next. Yeah, so that's the lineup we have right now. So the ukiyo-e movement. So back then, Vincent Van Gogh, as mentioned earlier, was inspired to have artworks that he made from his paintings. So he painted, of course, the Starry Night and the sunflowers. He also made a copy of Utagawa Hiroshige's works. So he didn't plagiarize it. He just wanted to know how the skill or how his paintings were made. So he technically made a copy of the other ones. The next please. So basically, he was able to find his own style by doing so. So up to date, there are artists that actually are still inspired by modern the ukiyo-e art style. Next please. So here is Paul next. And Saitamiya, and also me. I also paint Manila or ukiyo-e art style, artworks inspired by the ukiyo-e art style. I just paint the Manila scene. So what I do is next. I take photos, draw and print the outline, and also hand paint the colors myself because I draw and print the outline because I don't know how to do woodland prints, so I just print them in laser. So this is me painting with my markers and watercolor. Next please, I hand paint them. So next. So this one is called Saglit. So that's a lady sleeping in the current area. So like the artist then, I was inspired to make art like that, not because of the ukiyo-e design, but it was also telling the story of people. It's telling I get inspiration from the everyday. Next. So like this, mga nag-aantay sa trend, sa LRT, just make it. Next is people sleeping in the tricycle. Next. And even kids playing sa tabi ng release ng trend. So next. So I call these Manila Ukiyo-E artworks. So there is a reemergence in the ukiyo world today with the art that was then till now. And I believe that our great art is timeless. Uniqlo not only keeps the timeless art of ukiyo-e alive, they also let people take it home with them to wear and enjoy whenever they want and wherever they may be. Because Uniqlo t-shirts are made for everyone, everywhere. So just like Hokusai made art for the common people. So I believe that the new line of Uniqlo Edo Ukiyo-E shirts is having masterful art be seen and enjoyed by all of us, the common people. So thank you.
This is Marius Black here. Great job, everybody. You guys enjoyed the presentation? Thank you for giving us an insight as to how the Ukiyo-E is formed and its cultural significance. And it was so exciting to see how you interpreted it yourself. It lived. Because I don't live actually. I don't know what I'm right now for that. But how many of you would like to learn how Marius does it? Yes? Okay. Marius? How are we going to do it?
Well, first of all, we have artworks here that has references. Well, they're basically my images that I've drawn and photocopied. So you can get one of them and also paint them. So first of all, there are references. So may mga pagkukupihan ng kulay ng artwork. So here's how you do them, okay? First of all, you can color the painting or the outlines with the corresponding color. For example, this one, I'll use this to paint the umbrella. And then afterwards, it's basically like a modern version of a coloring book. Okay. So just color it in, not too much, just on the sides, I guess. And then afterwards, you can apply the water and be able to blot the ink. So that's basically, they didn't have this back then, we have watercolor then, but this one has quite more vibrant colors. I guess that's the difference between now and then. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so of course, you can do right now. Go ahead, don't be afraid to make mistakes, okay?
So basically, what they're going to be working on are the black and white.
Yes.
The black and white finishing area here. And then they'll just color it in. And then they can add watercolor and they can blot the ink with water.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and enjoy your own ukiyo-e creative process.